The man known as the architect of the U.S. role in Vietnam has died. Robert McNamara served as defense secretary under Presidents Kennedy and Johnson. Let's go to our Pentagon correspondent, Barbara Starr. She's joining us right now. He's going to be remembered, his legacy, sure, not only for the Cold War, but also for Vietnam.
Oh, absolutely, Wolf. You know, the legacy of Robert McNamara really couldn't be underestimated at this point. He was with President Kennedy, of course, during the disastrous, failed Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba during the Cuban Missile Crisis, during those mid-century years of the Cold War, fighting the Soviets over missile policy and doctrine. But it was Vietnam, for which Robert McNamara certainly is remembered through the decades. You know, in his later years, he talked about it more and more. He sat down for a number of interviews for a 2003 film documentary, Fog of War. He wrote a book. He finally talked about how he felt he had been wrong about the so-called domino theory, that one had to fight communism across Southeast Asia or the entire region would fall. He talked about how he'd been wrong about not pressing military commanders here for rigorous analysis of their strategy, their discipline. Vietnam under McNamara certainly wound up being a match between the world's strongest military at the time, between those charts and statistics and weapons, and a very expensive endeavor in which more than 50,000 American troops lost their lives against a Vietnamese guerrilla insurgency movement that simply did not go away. If it sounds familiar, McNamara also in later years came out against the war in Iraq.
He certainly did. 93 years old, Robert McNamara has passed away. Barbara, thanks very much.